Hi everyone, welcome back in my kitchen. Today I would like to share what my pantry looks like with you, because let's face it, without having the ingredients in, we're not going to cook for ourselves, right? Let alone a nourishing and tasty and delicious meal. But before I share the content of my cupboards with you, I just want to take the overwhelm out of it, because it looks, I think, amazing, but it has not always looked like this. When my husband was diagnosed with leukemia, we had quite a lot of processed food in the house, like food containing additives, preservatives, and hidden sugars. And the first thing I did was actually empty the cupboards of all this processed food. And then gradually I filled the gaps with nourishing food. Grains and anything that we needed to make the food that he needed to recover well from his chemotherapies. So I am going to share my adaptable shopping list with you. There's a link to it in my post, and this can help you get started with filling your pantry with nourishing food and getting rid of processed food. So here's my pantry. So on this side you can see down here my breakfast food, the dates I use and the millet. And then there's also some flax seeds for a smoothie, for example. And then up here there's nuts, different varieties, because variety is key for good health. Some ground almonds, which I use as a substitute for flour sometimes, but also you can see some seeds up there. Just trying to find them there. And here is really the the main staples are all here, like what I need to make khichdi, yellow split mung beans and basmati rice. Quinoa is here, some split peas for a stew, or some other grains for a stew or risotto, because you don't need to use risotto rice for a risotto, or not according to my definition of risotto. I just like to adapt the recipe as much as possible. And then here you can see different flours: coconut flour, quinoa flour, spelt flour, buckwheat flour, no wheat flour, because that's not what my digestive system likes. So I try to avoid wheat wherever I can. There's also some pearl spelt, which you can use in a stew or risotto. Some spelt grain, again, you can put it in a stew or risotto, more like in a stew probably. Some spelt pasta. I don't really eat pasta very often, just for the occasional time that I do that. And then you can see a lot of tinned beans and lentils down there at the back. Some noodles made of black rice, and some wrap, organic wrap without sugar, just in case I don't feel like making a wrap myself. So this is really all the staples I need to be able to spontaneously decide what I want to eat every day. So I usually don't have a meal plan. I just go with what I feel like. I have these, like dishes in my head: risotto, stew, curry, wrap, and then I just go with the flow. And just briefly, I would like to show you also my kitchen, my herb cupboard. So all the herbs and spices that I regularly use. I didn't used to use herbs and spices, so this cupboard used to be full of herbs and spices I never used, and I always wanted to be able to use them, but I didn't feel confident enough. So after years of learning to cook with herbs and spices, I mean, it didn't take me years, it only took me some weeks. I'm now using them every day, and I'm very confident at using them. So don't feel overwhelmed or discouraged by maybe not knowing enough about herbs and spices. Just have a look at my YouTube videos, and I usually give recommendations of what herbs and spices you can use, and try it. But if you're not used to using herbs and spices, do it gradually, because your taste buds still need adapting to all these various tastes that are in the herbs and spices, and you may not be accustomed to them, not like them. They may be a bit overwhelming at first. So gradual steps also to changing the content of your pantry. Just take it easy, one step at a time. You'll get there eventually, like me. I've been where you are now, and it doesn't take forever, but in a few months' time, you may have a pantry that looks like mine, and you may feel very confident at cooking, delicious meals with herbs and spices for yourself, and really love, being creative with food once again. So I hope this is helping you get some inspiration of what you can add to your pantry to be able to cook healthy and nourishing and delicious meals for yourself. Bye for now.